I enjoy the idea of like this idea of a mad unicorn, right? Like unicorns are just they're like pristine in our mythology, and so the idea of one that has gone rogue or gone mad is actually interesting to me. Here's what my criticism is, and it's not, and I don't even think it's really a criticism of your writing. I think it's just me not being in touch with the genre. We have to call out who's the elf and who's the like. I don't know. Is there a way in fantasy to have language that still speaks to your audience that doesn't feel like it's being lifted out of every other fantasy story that's ever been told?
Um, I really liked it. I don't usually read fantasy, but I loved the second that you said unicorn, I was hooked, and I wanted more. And I want to know what happens when a unicorn goes mad. Like,
So I love fantasy and I love cozy. And the first note I took was it definitely feels cozy. Like within the first couple of paragraphs, nailed it. You got that feeling down. I I do think that in writing fantasy, it's always that balance of not being too out there and unfamiliar for readers, but also not, doing something original. And that's always a balance you have to try to hit when you're writing fantasy. Um, I really like Wolf's point about little people being in our world, and that's not actually something I've seen anyone speak about. So I'm kind of curious about that now. But yeah, overall, I really, really enjoyed it, and I definitely want to keep reading it, and I want to know what happens with the unicorn. So
You also often have a habit of not letting me respond to the criticism.
Oh my god, I do. But
Yeah.
that's also because you know what, Scott? You know what? Like it's because I don't think you have anything worthwhile to say.
I appreciate that.
No, I'm sorry about that, Scott. Go ahead.
I'm glad that I'm hitting the cozy level right, because usually my stories are anything but cozy.
True story.
But I think that I was successful at doing it with, I'm not sure how cozy a dragon giving breech birth is, but if any of you are interested in reading the first story with Gerard in it, I can point you in the right direction.
What could be more cozy?